and welcome to Rihanna's 4-minute animation presentation. Why I chose my main character Keith. I chose him because I wanted a wide range of an audience. I felt Keith had a sweet, stupid, innocent look, which is lovable. This would reach out to a wide range of people, as everybody loves a lovable character. And you almost feel sorry for him because he has such an innocent look. He also has limited details and is simple, so it would be quick and easy to make him due to our limited time frame. He has fat, bulky limbs, so it's simple to move and able to stand. Because of his shape, the way he moves can also be limited and slow, because he doesn't look like he should move quickly or smoothly, which helped very much when actually taking the pictures. For example, people expect a snake to slither smoothly and quickly, but not Keith. They expect him to be slow and dumpy just by looking at him, which makes him much easier to animate, which means we would be able to finish in good time and at a high quality, so we would have a neater and more professional end to our claymation. I don't actually know where the idea for Keith came from. Just sort of sprouted out of my imagination. When making our claymation, the first thing we did was design Keith. Secondly, we had to design a home for Keith to live in. Then, we got down to actually making Keith. We started by using modelling clay and making it around pipe cleaners, so it was able for him to move freely without breaking or falling. Next, we made his home. His home is small and cosy. We made small furniture for him to sit on, a table, a vase, and other small features that made it slightly more like his character. We also decided by then to make 2 extra characters, who, indeed, by the end, played quite a big role. We first made Gerald, who is a fat, lovable sheep. Then we made Nunu, who, as you probably know, is a vacuum cleaner. Our storyline then had to be made. We sort of made this up on the spot, but it was good. I'm very proud of our end product. Then we edited our claymation, which means we took out any frames that had hands in or were slightly out of place. We had a few problems during the making of our claymation. One was that when we were taking the picture, a shadow of a hand changed over the top of our character's beloved home, which meant it looked a little bit like lightning, so it's slightly strange. Also, within the group, we had a few arguments, but there is now, thankfully, no hard feelings. I think we could have improved the lighting on it, as it did flicker quite a lot. When making our claymation, I have learned that you need to move your character a lot less for each picture than I thought you had to. I chose my cow as my main character in my flash animation because I like that he has possibilities that could happen throughout the animation, because he can almost do anything and he'd be very easy for me to animate with the bone tool. I got the idea of my purple cow from Channel 4's E4 Eastings. I like my purple cow because it's different and a bit weird. But all the other ideas in my storyline and my characters just sort of happened. I don't really know where I got the idea, it was kind of random. Firstly, I made a storyboard of my storyline to make sure I knew what I was doing before I actually did anything on the computers. Then I drew my main character, the cow, using the brush tool. Then I drew all my backgrounds and put them into places, measuring out how long I needed my animation to be, which was 30 seconds. Then my cow moved using the bone tool. Then I put in my cow into my animation, making him move, adding motion tweens, making him move across the screen. I later added in my other characters, the angry pig and the fat penguin. They were both relatively easy to animate. The penguin just needed his arm to move and lift a weight. I moved it from the elbow so it looked like he was pulsing the thing. The pig didn't move his body, so I drew that as a one image, but he talked throughout it, so I had to make multiple mouths and change it throughout the scene to make it look like he was talking. I then added sound to my animation. I moved my animation from Flash into iMovie, which meant I could add the sound. I chose to add in a few sound effects, like walking and deep breathing when he went onto the treadmill. I also recorded my own voice for the McDonald's worker, the cow, and the pig, and I was quite proud of the way I found out that I didn't need to use a microphone from outside of the computer. I can simply use the one built in. I ran into a few problems whilst using Flash. One was that I found it very hard to use the bone tool. When I was using it, it attached itself to other parts of my cow, which made him look like he had very, very heavy digestion because his stomach moved in a strange way. It also made him look like he was sniffing because his nose went in and out. But it did make him walk, and I was proud of that. I really like my finished product on Flash. I like that it has a comical value. The bit where he walks in, gets on the treadmill, leaves after a few seconds, and then goes straight to McDonald's. But not even that. The best bit is that he asks for a beef burger when he's a cow. I think that's pretty funny. I also like that it all sort of flows nicely and there's no huge glitches, which I'm very proud of because there was a few, but I managed to get rid of them. I learned that when using Flash, you need to think ahead to what you're going to do before you actually do it, so you can plan. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. I've tried a lot of times. Also, I think you must keep the use of the bone tool to a minimum, as it's complicated and can become glitchy.